Hello everybody, my name is Kyle Smith and I will be presenting you this video today. Let me tell you a little bit about myself first and foremost before I get started with the topic of the video. First of all, I am a music promoter. I'm working with high-end profile artists. Okay. And secondly, I sell domain names for a living. And when I sell domain names, I'm selling new industry standard domain names through a company called Global Domains International, or GDI for short. It's a really good company, and I've been trying to get a few people to look into it. But there's one thing that just seems to bother me. It's the excuse factor. And I know a lot of you guys may or may not have or own a share of a business where you can profit from. I'm betting a lot of you, 80%, are working in cubicles, corporate America, fast food restaurants. Maybe you're a college student who dropped out, or maybe you're a college student that did get your degree, but you're still looking for a job 6 months later, and you seem to be out of luck with that. Well, you're watching the right video, because this video is about excuses. I want to tell you a little bit about, first off, what I'm doing, the work at home opportunity that I'm involved with, and why I feel that people should, the number one reason why people should join. First and foremost, I'm working with a web hosting company by the name of Global Domains International, and they have been around since 1999. They are the premier registry for .ws addresses. In other words, instead of using .com or .net, you use .ws. And the .ws actually is better to use than .com, and the reason for that is because our markets are becoming global on the internet scene. Whereas in the late to most of the 2000s and 90s, the web was exclusively a Western thing. In other words, America, UK, or whatever. It started to expand a little bit after that during the 2000s. But the primary reason why I think everyone should switch to Web 3.0, the .ws formats, because there are many people, 90% of us, who live on this planet who do not know the Latin alphabet, but they're forced to use it every day at their schools, organizations, businesses, or at home if they have a computer, which by this time everyone has at least a tablet or a computer, laptop-based device, or a cell phone that accesses the internet. Global Domains International solves that problem. By using your own phonetic alphabet from your own country, you can type up any or access any address anywhere, any place around the world without using the Latin alphabet, which makes it easier for those in Saudi Arabia, if you're allowed to use internet there, or some Middle Eastern countries, Jordan, Iraq, Palestine. How about Korea, like South Korea, not North Korea, but South Korea? Or how about Japan? How about some other countries? Not everyone wants to adapt to the English language. Not everyone has time for that. And it's time consuming. Not anymore. Why can you make a lot of money off of Global Domains International? Because it's using a new industry standard technology that INC 500 in Entrepreneur Magazine deems as the next .com boom. It is the next best thing to .com, because 90% of the world is using the internet now. And I'm very sure 90% of the world doesn't understand the English Latin alphabet. So, with that said, instead of using Latin letters to access their local websites, they can use their own characters, .ws, to access their websites. That's the big thing that Global Domains International is about. Now, let me tell you a little more about Global Domains International. The second thing I would like to discuss about this program is the payout. First of all, for every 5 people who buys a domain name from Global Domains International, let's say you signed up for Global Domains International. Someone buys a domain name from you, you get $1. Another person buys a domain name from you, you get $1. But it gets better. You actually can make $100 for every 5 people you sign up under you. Now think about this. This is a very inexpensive opportunity. The web hosting service, along with the affiliate program, is only $10 a month, folks. There is no excuses at all as to why you shouldn't join. $10 a month, I'm very sure a lot of you know, you use $10 for other things. You can use $10 for this, if you see fit the opportunity in front of you, of course. But basically, 5 people, $100, plus $1 for every person sign up under you. That's just the basic membership. The premium membership works like this. The payouts go for 75%. So, in other words, you make $15 for every sign up instead of $1, and you make, I'm not sure how much the payout is for every 5 people, but it's more than $100. So, with that said, I'm going to get back to what I was going to say about Global Domains International, why people make excuses for it. Well, it's quite simple. There are actually 3 common excuses that I get every day when I do ask someone, hey, do you want to look into this? This is a really awesome opportunity. Or I say, hey, have you ever thought of making a website? Here's one excuse. After they look at it, they'll say, oh, I don't have time. Or, it's a pyramid scheme. Or, I'm not into it. And the third excuse, okay, granted, is a lot better than the 2 other excuses. But it's a pyramid scheme and I don't have time for it. It's a bunch of crock. It's a bunch of bullshit, folks. I'm not going to go for that doctrine. You want to know what it really is when someone says they don't have time? When someone says they don't have time, it basically means that I'm not interested. They're turning you down in a very indirect manner. They have time for everything else. Their football games, they're drinking beer, they're working their 9-to-5 pathetic jobs, or maybe doing a career that they enjoy, but even though they don't want to see into looking to make some extra money, but they'll make an excuse as to why they don't want to be an entrepreneur and invest $10 a month for a new industry standard program. That's kind of like, anyone who knows business knows that investing in a smart business means that later it will come back and it will triple the money that you invested into it. Right now, you have natural gas companies in America, like Shell, other companies that are drilling. They have frackle machines that can drill natural gas. Okay? If you were to ask me what would be the best investment for these natural gas companies, guess what I would tell you? It's not the oil company itself. It's the way you export the oil to foreign markets. Apparently, you could make lots of money, folks, if you were to invest in LNG or natural liquid gas tanks and other export machinery that can export natural gas to global markets. Why? Because it's not even global yet. Because of the new rise of the natural gas industry that's replacing traditional oil, people can make lots of money if they find out what companies are making the tanks to export natural gas and other equipment. If you invested in those companies today, within 2020, you're going to be a billionaire. And I'm not joking. I shit you not, ladies and gentlemen. Well, just like Michelle Shell and other companies that are investing their money in shares into natural gas and the transportation to get that gas globally around the world, I'm investing in the new internet revolution. And will you join Global Domains International when it's too late? Let's say when Google, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter all using the WS format. Will you look back and say I should have joined it instead of being a stubborn butthole thinking that this was a pyramid scheme? Well, guess what? What am I going to say to you? I'm going to say too bad. You're shit out of luck. I'm sorry, excuse my French. I'm a little direct towards people, but you're shit out of luck then. Here's another example as to how I feel about most people who, don't want to look into Global Domains International. Have you ever read the book called The Little Red Hen? Well, let me read it to you, and maybe this can be relatable. I'm the little red hen, and everyone else who wants to make these excuses as to why they don't want to join Global Domains International, they're the farm animals. Once upon a time, there was a little red hen who lived in a farm, and she was friends with a lazy dog, a sleepy cat, and a noisy yellow duck. One day the little red hen found some seeds on the ground. The little red hen had an idea. She would plant the seeds. The little red hen asked her friends, "Who will help me plant the seeds?" "Not I," barked the lazy dog. "Not I," purred the sleepy cat. "Not I," quacked the noisy yellow duck. "Then I will," said the little red hen. So the little red hen then planted the seeds all by herself. When the seeds had grown, the little red hen asked her friends, "Who will help me cut the wheat?" "Not I," barked the lazy dog. "Not I," purred the sleepy cat. "Not I," quacked the noisy yellow duck. "Then I will," said the little red hen. So the little red hen cut the wheat all by herself. When all the wheat was cut, and the little red hen asked her friends, "Who will help me take the wheat to the mill to be ground into flour?" "Not I," barked the lazy dog. "Not I," purred the sleepy cat. "Not I," quacked the noisy yellow duck. "Then I will," said the little red hen. So the little red hen brought the wheat to the mill all by herself, ground the wheat into flour, and carried the heavy sack of flour back to the farm. The tired little hen then asked her friends, "Who will help me bake the bread?" "Not I," barked the lazy dog. "Not I," purred the sleepy cat. "Not I," quacked the noisy yellow duck. "Then I will," said the little red hen. So the little red hen baked the bread all by herself. And when the bread was finished, the tired little hen asked her friends, "Who will help me eat the bread?" "I will," barked the lazy dog. "I will," purred the sleepy cat. "I will," quacked the noisy yellow duck. "No," said the little red hen, "I will." And the little red hen ate the bread all by herself. The moral of the story: if you don't want to be willing to help me out on Global Domains International, when the pop star that I'm working on starts blooming and starts becoming mainstream, when Global Domains International becomes mainstream, do not come back to me and ask me for money. Do not come back to me and try to revel in my success, because I've already invited you to become a member of Global Domains International. Unless, of course, you're considering, hey, wait a minute, maybe I should become a member of Global Domains International. That's great. Well, if you are willing to become a member of Global Domains International, here's my suggestion. My suggestion is to sign up today, look into the opportunity, and see why so many, thousands of people are joining Global Domains International every day, and why they feel like it's the next new wave on Web 3.0, which is coming soon, folks. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like if I was Steve Jobs, or if I was even someone who was half-brained into some innovative thing, and I said, "Hey, look, everybody, iPhone." Well, if you told someone about an iPhone back in 1985, you would think they would know about it. Well, they don't. They wouldn't know what an iPhone is, let alone they wouldn't know what an iMac was. But now everyone is using an iPhone or Android device. You see, it's funny how you guys will follow a trend when it is actually popular, but you're not willing to jump onto that one thing that could become popular in the future. And that's what I'm trying to say. Why not? Why not become the next billionaire from a new web revolution? It's never too late to sign up today to become a member of Global Domains International. Just saying, I'll be waiting here. Until then, and until my next video, see you out. I'm signing off. This is Kyle Smith, and I really hope you join my team of Global Domains International. Thank you very much.